Good day to you. You're listening to Health Talk Now with Heidi Berge here on The Island 98.1 WBGY. I'm Annie Wisda, and on Health Talk Now, you're the patient. There's no appointment necessary, no copay, and the doctor is always in. Health Talk Now is dedicated to bringing you personal advice from the best local doctors. You can friend us on Facebook at Health Talk Now. So tune in and listen up, Buster, and listen up good, because the next half hour might just change your life. The views expressed on Health Talk Now are not necessarily the opinions of WBGY 98.1, the management, or the sponsors. And here's the host of Health Talk Now, the lovely Heidi Berge.
Thank you for joining us today on Health Talk Now. I'm Heidi Berge, your host. Usually we focus on physical health, but today we're going bigger. Today we're talking about community health with a woman who wants to help increase positive energy on Marco Island, one person at a time. Her name is Christina. She is rapidly becoming known as the Red Feather Lady. Why red feathers? Let me introduce you to the Red Feather Project in Christina's own words. She says, I feel that it's time to change the karma on Marco. It's called a Red Feather Project, and it's based upon the Native American tradition called potlatch. Potlatch is a philosophy of gifting something, anything, to another person. It generates good karma. Birds of a feather flock together, and my hope, she says, is that by 2015, our 50th anniversary, that with a little red feather love, our community can change the vibe on Marco. We just need a symbol so we can unite as a community. For this reason, I've appointed myself as a Marco Island Red Feather Lady. Soon I'll be seeking Red Feather volunteers to join the crusade. Christina says this island is my dream paradise. Everyone feels the joy of Marco when they cross the Jolly Bridge. There's a unique energy field on this island due to our history and Calusa secrets. The energy is magically peaceful, and I think it would honor our history if our community united under a gifting concept and showed love to each other. But there is only one way to receive a red feather, and that's from the Red Feather Lady. It must be gifted to you. If you display the red feather, that means you are non-threatening, approachable, and have an open heart to other humans. But if you receive a red feather with a heart of gold on it, then you are someone super special in our town. And those are Christina's own words. You might have seen Christina walking on the beach, and soon you'll notice that she has changed into a red feather lady. So, Christina, thank you for joining us today on Health Talk Now, and thank you for gifting me with a red feather and a heart of gold.
You're so very welcome, Heidi, and you certainly deserve it.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
Now, you are well known for walking on the beach and with your weights.
Yes, I am the barbell lady. I have lots of nicknames on this island.
Yeah, so you've logged many, many miles, and you told me last night that you figured out how many miles you've logged on the
Marco Beach. Doing the math, I walk 10 miles a day. I walk every day of the year, even Christmas. I dress up on all the holidays. I'm notorious for Halloween and Christmas and 4th of July outfits. Mm-hmm. I have walked 10 miles a day, 15 years. 56,000 miles. Mm-hmm. And I could have walked to and from California 10 times.
10 times. Wow. Well, lots of people recognize you from the beach and come back year after year looking forward to seeing you. So tell me, Christina, how did you come to Marco?
I actually came to Marco with 3 small girls. My oldest was then 4, and I was looking for a beautiful elementary school. At the time, Tommy Barfield was the best one in the state of Florida. So I brought her here to start kindergarten. I actually grade excelled her. I put her in a private kindergarten in the Florida Keys and then excelled her right into 1st grade at 4. And this was the only school I could do that in that was a grade A school. Since then, I have raised those 3 daughters through our schools here on Marco. I myself am a teacher. I have a master's in Spanish, and I taught at our charter school, I guess 10, 12 years ago, only 1 year. So I love Marco Island. The thing that I noticed most about it was the beach. Mm-hmm. I'm from Pittsburgh, and I used to, as a young girl, look at photos of the ocean. I used to write haikus. I won a poetry contest about a sunset beach scene, and I've always wanted to be around a beach. In fact, I was what you might call a hillbilly when I arrived here at 27. I parked my car on the berm of I-75 to lay on my car, to lay out under the sun, and I thought that was normal. And as people beeped and waved, I thought it was friendly. I honestly laid on my car. And to this day, now with 3 teen drivers, if my kids pulled over on I-75 to lay out, pretty sure they'd be arrested. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I was like a hobo, but when I saw our beach, I was drawn to it. It actually saved me in so many ways that when I go to the beach, I go into what I call the Marcoma. I just, I manipulate the Marcoma. I manipulate my senses by reducing my visual field. And I go into a mind space where I open up my body and soul to Mother Nature.
And you mentioned that you think one of the big things that City Council struggles with right now is, are we a tourist destination or are we small town Mayberry? So with the RedFeather Project, you are saying that we can bring both of those together. Tell me how you interact with tourists on the beach. Absolutely.
Well, you can imagine that I'm very hard to reach communicatively, especially if on the inside of my sunglasses I don't even have a visual field. Mm-hmm. You know, I duct tape them black so that I can close my eyes down. Generally, a tourist, after years of watching what I do, will come up and ask me. They'll actually stop me. Sometimes it's frightening because I have 20 pounds of metal above my head and I can't see them or hear them with the music. And I do, when I walk, play a repeat song. So that my back mind is occupied and I'm really communicatively unavailable. So the fact that somebody comes up and asks me what I'm doing, to me is the highest honor.
And you feel like you share love with the tourists and help them to feel welcome on our island. Tell me how you, how doing that and welcoming them helps our island.
Absolutely. I do it all day, every day. I will put down my barbells and I will explain from every point of view what I'm doing. I always take time to tell them a bit about our Marco history, about the Calusa Indians, to invite them to our free Calusa Museum and to take their children. I tell them places that have game rooms where the kids can play, like at Kokomo's, and the parent can have a moment to look at the menu. I'm pretty much the person they look for every year they come back. In fact, the snowbirds particularly have a fixation with me because they look for me. They tell me I'm like the iguana man in Key West, that when they arrive on the beach, they're on their balcony, they need to check if I'm here, there she is, and then they'll run down and greet me, and you know, we were talking on the flight, we can't wait to get to Marco, what are you going to be doing this year? Every year I shake it up. I have to do something different because it's been an evolution. At first it was physical, and now it has become spiritual.
In fact, you told me that just the other day a woman came running down and said, "Oh, I've got to call my granddaughters and tell them you're still here."
Exactly. She's from Ireland. I would love if she hears this show. She was so excited to see me. She's emailing her granddaughters that will be here in about a week and a half.
That's great.
Be great if we could get a photo of them, because she even told me their names, Elbeth and I think it was Frida, and every year they come from Ireland. They cannot wait to get here, and now Grandma has made contact with me ahead of time, because this year I have red feathers, and that's something new. They want to know what is with the feathers, and the complexity of the Feather Project is too much to explain in a moment.
And that's what we really want to know about, is the RedFeather Project and how it's helping our community. Right now we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back with Christina.
The Capri Fish House restaurant is located at 203 Capri Boulevard, 3 miles from Marco Island on the Isle of Capri. Capri Fish House serves seafood, steaks, and pasta, and offers beach seating. Lunch and dinner are served at Capri Fish House and Restaurant, and kayaks are also available at Capri from Naples Kayak Company for use in exploring the 10,000 Island area. Capri Fish House Restaurant can be contacted at 389-5555. Capri Fish House Restaurant on the bay at 203 Capri Boulevard, Isle of Capri. And Capri Fish House has outside entertainment in the Chicky Hut.
Welcome back to Health Talk Now. I'm your host, Heidi Berge, and we're talking with Christina, the Red Feather Lady. Now, Christina, this project, the Red Feather Project, is designed really, you are an ambassador for Marco Island, and you, like you said, you've walked the beach over 50,000 miles. And so The Red Feather Project is based on something that you saw called Lovetown. Explain a little bit about Lovetown before we get more into the Red Feather Project.
Absolutely. I've been obsessed with Oprah's latest programming that is all about community. How do we get inside of humans and connect with each other on a level of intrinsic love and appreciation? We're so busy conflicting and fighting about what he said, she said, how money should be spent, who should be in office, who we should listen to, who we should debate about, that Oprah has actually started her own network and filled it with people that realize that the true value in being a human is not only working on your physical being, but working on what is inside. Who are you? I mean, questions that go so deep into the fact that we even exist and that we're just walking through space and time and suffering and like bags of emotional, out of control. It's just we just don't understand our own existence. And
So
Oprah
spreading negative energy.
has become almost the heroine of our society. You know,
Ooh, that's a good way to put it.
it really has. And every platform, to me, I don't watch the news, I don't read the paper, I don't spend a lot of time watching the type of television that is based on humans pretending to be other humans, i.e. movies, reality things that are all pumped up. But I do want to learn from Thich Nhat Hanh and the guests that Oprah brings on, all the heavy hitters. She has a lovely lady named Iyanla Vanzant who fixes people's lives by just teaching them to go inside themselves. Nobody knows how to do it. And I've seen for the past 2 years, I've been involved with a mind group here on Marco that focuses on meditation. Everybody's afraid of the word mind. They think you're going to poison them. They think you're going to take them, with Jim Jones and drink poison.
Well, mental health is one of the three. There's physical health, mental health, spiritual health.
Absolutely.
And
they
we
all
need all
require
three.
homework. And you can become your own doctor to your spirit. You can. What you have to realize are a lot of things that you are the only person who's in control of the way people treat you.
That's true.
You are. You dictate all day, every day, the way you will be treated.
So Lovetown is based on what principle?
Lovetown is based on the principle that you go out and treat another person with love, kindness, generosity. You show them through gifting them something. It can be a feather. In this case, I gifted a feather to 20 people and they about piddled in their depends. They were so happy. One lady cried. You gift them something that shows premeditated love. I thought about Cindy at Little Caesars when I decided to figure out who in this town puts me in a good mood, and I took her a feather with a golden heart and told her so, and it reduced her to tears. So it's the act of gifting them something, anything that just says, you know what, all day, every day, I wish I could be more like you. I wish I could love like you love. And I want my energy to be around people. I want to share my energy, my handprint, my fingerprints when I shake their hands, my mind energy when I hug them. When I share my space, I want the people around me to contribute to my karma.
So it is like a pay it forward. When you gift someone with a red feather, then because they have good energy or they're taking that extra step,
absolutely,
then they feel better and it lightens their load and they're able to give to others. And this is how you feel that we can raise the karma of Marco Island.
Is by recognizing the beauty in each other through random acts, crazy, fun, joy-filled acts of kindness that cost no money. And we surprise people by showing up and singing You Are So Beautiful, and I can't even sing, and I did it for John and Winn-Dixie. And when I broke into You Are So Beautiful to me, and out came his entire staff and finished the song, including all of the district managers. We showered him with free roses gifted by Winn-Dixie, gave him a free red velvet cupcake, a feather, and a copy of my poem about the beach. And then during our presentation, the manager threw in a paid vacation and the art of gifting people anything. Carries true, and every step of this project, every single thing I've done, I've been gifted the ability to go to the next level, including talking to you, Heidi.
So, and a lot of people are getting on board with your Red Feather Project.
Oh, everything. Absolutely. Sun Times is going to be having an article on Tuesday. is the deadline to finish it up. They're still taking pictures. They're very excited about the people that I've gifted the red heart, the golden heart red feather to. They're very excited about the fact that I have a red feather mobile. And I raise this, when I go down the road and my feathers are flying, and everybody recognizes me from the beach anyway, they're tooting their horns and waving at me. And I want to take the joy with me. I want to go everywhere we can go with this project.
Well, I wish people could see you right now, because you are beautifully adorned with red feathers, golden hearts,
Absolutely.
and all in red. And we will put a picture up on our Facebook page, Health Talk. It's Facebook/Health Talk Now. So we'll be able to put a picture of you up, Christine, because you're happy.
I'm happy in red.
Yes, happy and
I'm
red.
happy in red, and I love feathers. They once were conductors of energy. They're bones off the bird's wing, and I love birds. I love the concept of feeling free. I love the concept that a bird has no ego, and that I actually came up with a concept one day in my 15-year journey. A foreign man came up to me, and I was twirling my crystal, and the birds had formed a birdnado above my head. The frigate birds love me because my color, they can see me with my feathers, and with my arms out, I look like a bird. And I actually cast a shadow. I call it the bird shadow. And with a shining crystal in each hand, they form a birdnado and walk with me. So as I'm walking and looking up, a foreign man yelled in my face and walked away, "Do you think birds care what color they are?" And then he walked away. And I thought he was addressing the fact that I'm always adorned in some matching outfit, and that all I seem to care about is how I look, and that yet I long to be a bird. And for many years that hung in my soul. And then I thought about it. A bird has no care about, it has no ego. It doesn't really care.
And the symbol of a feather is one of softness, lightness, gentle.
Flotation, and it responds to wind. And humans do too. We just need to breathe with it. So
and you can't really beat somebody with a feather.
No. Plus, I sleep with a feather. It's just a mind prop. Since it doesn't create a lump under my pillow, I also sleep with my crystals, like the Princess and the Pea. I put it under my pillow to carry the energy from the wind, to dream of the beach.
So for the Red Feather Project, you said you'd really like to see within the next 2 years, and then culminating with the celebration, our 50th anniversary for Marco Island, that it would be in full force.
It is a 2-year project. Just even thinking about the fact that this project being based on Lovetown, and the fact that when Oprah does Lovetown, she chooses a community of about 15,000 residents. They've done it in Tennessee, they're in Ohio right now. I think it would be absolutely fabulous that she doesn't send in a management team to our beautiful island, and that we just get it together.
Well, we understand she's visited here.
She has visited here.
And has a love for Marco herself.
And I think it would be the highest tribute to her if we created a community that was noticeably respectful to each other, engaging, a community that realizes that we are on a hotbed of absolutely spiritual energy. Mother Nature has come together on this island in a vortex of beauty and peace, and I think we all need to work from that platform together. And I think it would be when you come across the Jolly Bridge and you realize that we are united and calm and peaceful and engaging, and we do random acts of kindness. I have a boy that's willing to sing at Marco, at the movie theater. Just pop in with a microphone on Sunday, and he's a professional singer, and sing "You Are So Beautiful" to random tourists and give them a feather. I plan to drop feathers one day, every day, at the beach to a tourist that I see doing something beautiful, and let them take a picture with me and say, she dropped me a feather. I'm going to give them a copy of a poem. I wrote a poem for the tourists that come here to Marco. For years, they've been stopping me and asking me what I do, why I do it. I've tried to explain it every step of the way. It's been a journey, and poetry seems to come from my heart. So I wrote a poem, and I'm going to, anybody that wants to know what I'm doing, I'll gift them a poem and a feather. And then I invite them to perhaps join me at a time when it's more convenient to chat. I'm going to start, like in Naples, they used to many years ago ring a peace gong at sunset. And in Key West, they have a sunset festival where they celebrate the end of the day and the peace that we have. People always come to the beach with peace on their mind. It is not a place of Walmart on Christmas Eve. It's not a New York City traffic jam. The only other places that I've ever known such joy that could flow into my corpus, through my chakras, is a birthing center and a hospital in the olden days where you used to be able to stand and watch the fathers gaze upon their newborns. And I know I would just go there when I was legally allowed and watch people see the life they created. Because I'm hardwired. I can feel what people feel, and I think I can feel it more than most.
Yeah. Well, and most of us who live here on Marco Island love the island, and it does have special energy here. And not all of us can put it into words, but to celebrate that energy and to celebrate that we all do have that cohesiveness.
Absolutely.
Tourists and residents.
Heidi, I would love to do something called Introspection Under the Stars and invite people to bring a blanket and let's lay on the beach together in a little human circle and look up at the stars like we used to when we were kids. You know, there's no money involved in that. It's just a community that, and let's talk to each other and let's unite there's a big energy field physically that come out of your fingerprints, your fingers, your hands in general. I've read books called The Hands of Light. Every surface that you touch, you leave a fingerprint. And we've got 7 billion different swirls, and those fingerprints do leave your essence behind. They really do. And so let's shake hands.
So when you give someone a feather and you shake their hand,
I touch that feather, I carry it on the beach, I expose it to my energy.
And you're gifting your positive energy to that person
them.
Also.
And I'm asking them to give some back to our community in a beautiful way.
So the Red Feather Gathering is going to be at sunset.
Yes.
And it will be in front of stilts on the beach.
I'm very excited. There is a beautiful energy. Patrick, the general manager there at Stilts, who is absolutely not allowed to allow people to park on beachside. The hardest thing in Marco for 15 years has been me leaving my home and trying to find a place that is on the beachside to park.
You and many others.
And the whole community, right? So I've had to beg, borrow, or steal to try and get to the beach, climb through trees, so on. Patrick, when he heard my idea, was gracious enough to gift free parking as long as it's on his grassy area of stilts that he charges $10 a car to park on special events. He will gift us parking so that anybody that has trouble getting to the beach or walking in the sand can find us. They don't have to come to a place that's difficult to get to. They don't have to park their car for a fee. You can park your vehicle in the grassy area. I'd like you to come a bit before sunset each day. The sunset is constantly changing, and soon we're going to have a clock set back. I'm going to ring the peace bell, my beautiful peace bell that I've learned how to ring. And I have a relationship with sound, light, and energy that I've just learned recently to foster by having friends that can teach me how to do this sort of thing. So I'm going to ring the peace bell. I'm going to ask anybody that has nothing to do any day in November. The entire month I'll wait for you. I'll be the Red Feather Lady down there on the beach. You come down the Stilts pier. Anybody that's willing to come with me, wear a red feather and form a little human circle and sing You Are So Beautiful to the beautiful tourists that are standing there waiting for anybody to make their vacation special, and they've got their camera in their hand.
Because it's sunset.
It's sunset. They just took their shower. They've got their best vacation clothes, and it's a man and a woman. They can't even take their picture without an arm in it. They haven't arranged for a photographer. And I've been doing this 15 years. That's how I've met the most beautiful people. I approach them. I tell them it would be an honor for you to have a moment with me. I live here on Marco, as you can see by my brown skin. I would enjoy the energy of just capturing your beauty, even if it's just on your camera.
Well, it's a wonderful way to welcome
and
tourists.
To meet them.
And like you say, they're all dressed up. They're ready for sunset.
And absolutely. And there's nothing. We have the most amazing. I've talked to people that have lived here 22 years and haven't even been to our beach. And I got to tell you, as a mother of 3, my teenagers aren't down there. It's hot. It's sandy. It's I'm there 5-6 hours a day, all day, every day, just breathing, just being me, and just loving life.
Well, we're going to take another break, Christina, and when we come back, we're going to talk about some of the people that you have actually gifted a red feather
Can't
to
wait.
and how they feel. So we'll be right back
Thank
after
you
this.
so much. Okay.
Mangoes.
Mango.
Mangoes. Mangoes. Lovely vistas highlight Mango's Dockside Bistro, offering Sunday breakfast buffet, wine, sushi bar, and outdoor dining on the beautiful Smokehouse Bay. Mango's Sunday buffet is served from 9 to 2 p.m.
Mango. Mango.
Mangoes. Mangoes. On Marco Island, North Collier Boulevard on Smokehouse Bay in the Esplanade. And welcome back to Health Talk Now. I'm Heidi Berger, your host, and we're talking with a very special lady who's doing a special project here on Marco Island. It's called the RedFeather Project. So, Christina, let's talk a little bit about some of the people that have received a red feather with a golden heart and how you chose to gift the red feather to that person.
Absolutely, Heidi. What I did was I sat down one day and I thought about the people that are here on this island, once again inspired by Oprah's show, how to appreciate the beauty in your community. And I thought if I had to pick the top 20 people that I can count on to put me in a good mood, when I go out in my community, I got to go places. You know, I got to go to the bank. I got to go to the dollar store. That's my favorite. I got to go to hit my thrift store. I absolutely have to, run about town and check, mail things. And I have a bunch of different places like everybody when I go to the grocery. And I thought about in each location, who stands out as somebody that I'm going to go to their checkout line, who is going to up my giddy. Absolutely. Who is going to genuinely contribute to my well-being?
And who are some of the people that you have
so
found?
here are some of the people that I have personally gone to and gifted the red feather with the golden heart to, in hopes that my community, if they know these people, will think at some point to gift these people anything. A cookie. Like if you're going to go see Sue at the Bargain Basket, she is one of my recipients. I actually gave her not only the red feather with the golden heart, I gave her a red feather boa.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, which is right up her alley. And
Sue at the Bargain Basket, and she is a wonderful woman.
Sue is I can't even describe what a beautiful energy she has. And she has always uplifted me and always made me laugh and always helped me even when she worked at the Marco Bank. And I gave her the red feather boa, and I was going to ask other people to help celebrate her. Let me tell you a few more. Sal the cop. I'm sure people know our traffic cop. He waves to every car. Also, Cindy at Little Caesars, as I mentioned, who's a lovely spirited energy. I love Joe Ray, who makes people laugh around our town, a performer. Martina, my mind teacher. Lydia, who opened a ladies' clothing store next to Little Caesars, and it's open till 9 o'clock, 7 days a week. I couldn't be happier, and she gifted me her red clothes when I decided to start the Red Feather Project.
Wonderful.
Also a lovely little energy at our Marco Museum that I taught in the 8th grade, Lisa Marciano. Lovely friend, Anna at the Fifth Third Bank. 2 teachers. I'm actually going to be dropping a feather this Thursday for Kevin. I don't know if I can say that. Kevin at Publix.
Uh-oh. Kevin, get ready.
No, don't tell him because this won't be okay, I'm going to be quiet. But everywhere I go, I create a big chaos, and we want to sing songs for the people that get the feathers.
Wonderful. Okay, we only have about a minute left, and I'd like to talk about something you and I talked about, and that is how we are hardwired to give during 9/11 when we had such a tragedy, the way that people actually, in your words,
celebrated. They celebrated the fact that we had never had tested our own country as to how we would respond if our own human people were under attack and pending death.
And so we began to help each other, and this raised
the consciousness.
And
suddenly
healed.
we saw ourselves as a fireman that would respond and go into a flaming inferno and gift our own life to our own. We are each other. And every time there's a car accident, it's intrinsic for you to jump out of your vehicle and drag the body away. We are hardwired to feel joy in each other. I cry every time an Afghanistan soldier comes home on TV. We are hardwired to feel joy. We are hardwired to feel pain. We are hardwired to save each other in an emergency.
And to help each other heal and to lift each other's energy.
and
And that's what the Red Feather Project is.
Let's love each other, Marco. Let's do it.
That's
we got
right,
2 years.
Christina.
Let's get on board. Thank you, Heidi.
Well, thank you for being here.
And you shine, girl. You've got the golden heart.
Thank you. You did gift me one, and I have to tell you, it felt wonderful.
Doesn't it?
So we will be at the Red Feather Gathering.
Begins November 1st to November 30th. Every single night at sunset.
At sunset in front of
prior to sunset, because I want to speak with the people and see, let them know the different people that I have gifted the feathers to, see if they know these people and if they would be willing to take Lucy the dog, a toy from the dollar store.
From the post office.
Yeah, Lucy is our manager at the Keep in Touch post office, and I gifted her a red feather, and Mike booked it. She looked like a little diva dog, and she knows what it's about. So if you went in with your little red feather that I gift you for coming and took her a toy.
Yes.
Yes.
And so let's all display some red feathers and some happy energy that will be a gift to all of us. Thank you again, Christina.
You're so welcome.
And look forward to seeing you on the beach.
I'm going now. Thank you.
You've been listening to Health Talk Now with Heidi Berge, where you're the patient. There's no appointment necessary and no copay. Tune in next week, same bat time, same bat station, for another personal interview with your local doctor. If you'd like to participate in the Health Talk Now interview, friend us on Facebook at facebook.com/Health Talk Now. We'll post our upcoming guest, and you can post your health question to ask our doctor on the air. I'm Annie Wisda. Thank you for listening to Health Talk Now on WBGY 98.1, The Island. All Marco, all the time.